Who want houses? Do you know what on a house? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Agatha. Welcome to my side of the interweb. Here we talk about beauty, thoughts, lifestyle, finance, money, anything. To be honest, I like to dibble dabble in a lot of things because I like to learn as much as I can from everyone around me, and I hope you can teach me something too. Comment down below something you know that I probably wouldn't have a clue about, because you know, I'm interested. Okay, so today's video we are talking about credit. Yes, credit score, credit history, credit report. What is all of this nonsense? What is it? Why should I care? Why is it important? How will it affect me if I don't know what it is? Well, here I am to tell you what it is and how to improve your score. Are we all following? Okay, basically your credit report creates a number. This number represents your history. That is your credit score, if that makes any sense. So your credit score basically represents your credit history. That is all. That is all it is. It's not that complicated. Your score then allows lenders like banks, if you want to get a credit card, if you want a loan, if you want a mortgage, it basically lets them know whether to lend you any money, how much they should let you borrow, how much they should lend you, and what interest they should put on you. That is all. Your credit score, if it's on the higher side, makes you look as a low risk person because it shows that you pay your bills on time, you don't owe anyone money, you don't owe any debts, you are the perfect person to lend money to because you always give it back. That is what your score means, especially if it's on the higher end. If it's on the lower end, it sometimes represents that you are a higher risk person or higher risk. Higher risk basically means that you are someone that is probably in debt, someone that doesn't pay their bill, doesn't pay their stuff on time. Your credit score is pretty bad. You don't pay your credit cards on time, your loans, all those kind of things. That is basically the difference between a higher risk and lower risk, and having a higher score and a lower score. And we all want to have a higher credit score. Now, your credit score is based on your credit history, public searches, and credit searches. So for example, I know a lot of us use like Klarna and ClearPay. They do soft searches on you to make sure that you can pay your money back, that even though you're paying for it later on in time, you will pay the money back for whatever item you bought. That is legit what Klarna and ClearPay are. Who want houses? Do you know what on a house? I want a house. You want a house. I want a Tesla. Like, we all need to be aware of all these things so we have a better step forward. The main reason why I'm filming this video is because I feel like a lot of the videos about credit, finance are often from like a couple years ago, but like, you know, there are a few channels now that I love. The Break by Patricia, she goes into money, finance, everything you need to know. If you go to her channel, she will legit explain everything to a T and it will all make sense. You won't be confused, and it's the best thing ever. Or Erin on Demand, she's an American YouTuber. She talks about money, finance, and how to build your business. Another great YouTube channel to watch if you want to know more about money and finance and starting a business. All those people, best people on the internet. Like, one of the best people on the internet, and you will learn so much. There's so many others, and I'll link them all down below for you guys so you can all check them out. But yeah, that is basically what your credit score is. I bet you're all thinking, Agatha, like, why are you telling me this? Like, why do I need to know? I'm like 16, I ain't buying a house until like I'm 30. Like, why do I need to know? Why should I know? What's the point? The point is, knowing your score earlier on will help you build it from early. The better your score, the better your chances. That's all I'm saying. a lot of young people don't realize that the need for your credit score and how important your score actually is, and how your score can affect you in the future. It might not feel like it will affect you greatly, but I know some adults whose credit scores aren't the greatest, and they are affected by it. Not as majorly as you think they might be, but they're still affected by something they shouldn't be affected by, as long as they were aware of like the importance of having a good score. As long as they're aware of the importance of having a good score, they feel like they wouldn't have been in the situation, the predicament they're in, because they know that, like, now they know, and now they've bettered their scores. But like, if they knew it from 16, like, it wouldn't have been that deep, because they're like, all right, I got this on lock, I know what I'm doing, I know my score's great, I know what credit score is. So like, nothing can like be a shock to you later on down the line. And that's where I come in, because I feel like for me, I had to learn a lot of this stuff by myself, and it would have been great if someone the same age as me just explained to me what it was and how simple it is to understand. So yeah, your credit score does not include your salary. It does not include student loans, your medical history, your criminal record, council taxes, driving and parking fines. It does not include any of those things. It's just based off of your credit history, your credit reports, credit searches and public searches. That's all that your credit score is about. It's about how well you are with money that is lended to you, or how well you are with paying back money. That's basically it. Do you pay your stuff back on time? Do you care to look into your credit score? Are you part of the electoral roll, which I will talk about later on in this video? Because now that we all understand, we can get into the juicy bit. How to improve your score. How to improve our score. Yeah. First things first, download Experian now. If you don't have Experian and you're over the age of 18, why don't you have Experian? Why don't you have Experian? Why don't you have Credit Karma? Why don't you have any of these apps that will help you understand what your score is, or what your score is? I actually promise you, it will take you less than 5 minutes to put in your details. Don't be me and be stupid and spell your name wrong, the name you've had for 20 years. Can we just deep, I spelled my name wrong. Now everyone's gonna be like, I'm not taking advice from a girl that spelled her name wrong. We're not gonna talk about that, we're gonna cut that bit out. Make sure your information is correct, make sure everything's right, make sure everything's Gucci, so you'll know exactly what your score is. Now, once you know your score, what do? Oh, Agatha, my score is not the greatest. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. If you have not signed up for the electoral roll, sign up for the electoral roll. Being a part of the electoral roll improves your credit score. It adds points. It might not add a lot of points, but it's still points. The higher you go, the better. Cool. Always pay your bills on time. Never ever. The thing with me is, don't make purchases that you can't afford. Don't make purchases thinking, oh yeah, this money's gonna come. I've done it too, and the money didn't come. Now you're here sitting like, oh. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to put yourself in a predicament where you don't pay for stuff on time. It will affect you negatively the more you do it. Make sure you pay your stuff on time. Never miss a payment. Make sure everything is good. Set up direct debits so the money will just leave your account and you won't even see it. That way, it's all forgotten. That way, you've paid for your stuff on time. You don't owe anyone anything. You don't need to be stressed out. You don't need to be stressed, because you know I'm a good citizen. I'm here and pay my bills. I ain't got nothing to worry about. Cool. That's all you need to do. I would say if you're 16 especially in the UK, if you're 16, you're most likely gonna want a job. You most likely have a job. You most likely have a part-time job. If you're in college, uni, or you're probably doing an apprenticeship where you get an income. It might not be the biggest income, but you still get an income. If you can afford to pay for your own phone, as in a contract phone, as in you can pay for your own phone, I would suggest having your phone in your name. Not in your parents' name, in your name. I say it's in your name because it's your credit report that will look and improve, because you are paying for your phone on time. You are taking the initiative to pay for your phone. You're paying for your phone every month. It's going out. You're like, cool, 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 cool. You don't know anyone problems, and you're fine. And your credit score will slowly improve. For me personally, I started caring a lot more about money and finance, I think last year. Like beginning of last year, it was like a thing for me. Like it was a thing. I made it a thing because I had goals I wanted to accomplish, and I'm going to accomplish them. So for me, I was like, you need to become more aware about where your money is, what you need to do to make sure you're in the best position ever. And I was like, I need a new phone anyway. I'm going to get a phone in my name. Getting a phone in my name, paying for it monthly, paying for it on time, has improved my score, and it will continue to improve my score the more I go with it, the more I pay for it on time, the more I make sure I never miss a payment. Each time I pay for it, it's cool. My credit score looks Gucci. Yours will look Gucci too. Absolutely Gucci. Everyone will be rich. Well, this is not about money, but you know, everything will look pretty. You'll be sitting pretty. Now, if you have a credit card, always pay for your credit cards on time. I would also say make sure your credit utilization is low. What is credit utilization, Agatha? What is this word? What does this mean? Basically, your credit utilization is how much you use your credit. If you have a credit card, it basically means if you have a credit limit of, let's say, £2,000 and you spend £1,000 on said credit card, that is 50% of your credit utilization. That is very high, and that will also look very negatively on your credit score. The best thing to do is to have your credit score or your credit utilization lower than 25%. I would even go and suggest spend less than 10%. Why should I spend less than 10% and not 25? I say spend less than 10% because you're trying, especially from early on, I feel like you're just trying to build your score. You're not trying to do anything drastic with your money, especially when you're young. You don't need a credit card for anything mad. Like, you're not paying for rent. Does that make sense? Like, if you are, you can use your credit card for rent, but make sure you pay for it on time. But when you're very young, your credit card is something that you use to, like, say, pay for your like petrol when you go to fill up your car. Like, that makes sense. You might not realize how much money you're spending that's not yours. Remember, if you have a credit card, your money ain't yours. The money is not yours. You have to pay it back. You gotta pay it back. So, like, spending less and lowering your utilization goes, oh, this person has £1,000, but they're only using 10%. Oh, they're really good with their money. We can trust them, and that will improve your credit score as well. Being smart with your money, that is the bottom line of it. The best way to improve your score is to be smart with how you use your credit. Be smart with how you use your money, and I promise you, your score will improve. If you take consideration into what you spending or what you spending on your credit card, you doing this and is gonna affect your score. You being consciously aware of how much you're spending, how high your credit utilization is, your brain work, and because your brain is working and thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna affect my score a little bit, but like, I know I can pay it off. That's basically how your mind should go. Always check your score. Just check it regularly. Experian does this thing where at the end of every month, your credit score is renewed and you get a new score. each time you'll see if something's been added, if you've gotten extra points, if points have been deducted. You'll see why that happened, why that didn't happen. If you use Credit Karma, I think it renews every 7 days, so every week you will see what your score is every single week. So if you make a note in your like calendar that, oh yeah, Credit Karma is going to tell me what my credit score is today, cool, and you can be like, all right, cool, like I'm gonna check it today. It can be like a little thing. You're in your bed, you're going through apps. Why not go into your Credit Karma and just see what your credit score is? It'll take you like 2 seconds, you know, Face ID. Like, you just have to lay there and then look, and that's it. Don't get a CCJ. Basically a CCJ is a county court judgment. They will affect your credit score badly. Don't do anything naughty. Don't do it, okay? Don't do anything that might affect you negatively. Over time, your score will improve. I know for me, when I first started, I had no credit history because I've never had any credit before. And then after I got my phone, I started to see steady improvements in my score, and because of that I was like, okay, this is working for me, this is working for me, this is working for me. And I'm pretty good with money. It took me a while, I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty bad with my money, but now I'm more self-aware and understand what my money is and what I'm using it for. So because of that, I was like, okay, I can get a credit card. So the main purpose of me getting a credit card was to build my credit score. We'll talk about credit cards one day. If you want a credit card video, let me know. I'll make one for you guys. We'll break it down. We'll talk about my credit card and everything. We'll even go into numbers if you really want me to. I'll go into numbers because I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was going tip, 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 and I was like, oh yeah, this money ain't mine. And I had to pay it all back because I was like, oh yeah, this could affect you. Once you know how things can affect you in the future, you are just gonna be okay. You just know. It's part of adulting. It's not fun. No one really wants to know any of this, but we should know it because at the end of the day, it's our lives. So it's better to be aware than have someone else dictate how you're gonna spend your money and why they're not gonna give you your mortgage or give you a good interest rate on your loan. I rather not have that wahala in my life. I don't need that. I don't need the stress. It's all long for me. I don't need that. Or I almost forgot to mention, if you have a joint account with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, please make sure they're good with their money because that can also affect you. That's the gag, sis. I'll leave links to Experian, Credit Karma. I'll list everything I've said down below. I'll break it down further if I can. I hope this video helped you in any way, shape or form. If it didn't help you at all, and if I'm talking absolute rubbish, please let me know in the comments below. If you are a financial advisor, please help anyone in the comments. Let them know their options, how to better their score. If I missed anything, please let everyone know. We are a community. We all need to be great. We can all help each other. We can all benefit from knowing this information. It's not just something I should know. It's not something Bill Gates should know. I don't know, your nan. Like, everyone should be aware of this. No matter how old you are, you can be 10 and know what your credit score is. I personally feel like I shouldn't have been like 19 learning all of this. If you like this video, please let me know. Like, comment and subscribe if you want to. If you didn't like this video and wanted to give me a thumbs down, go ahead. Just tell me what I can improve for next time. I love you all, guys. I hope we can make this into a series. If we can talk more about money and finance and business as we go on. Hopefully you guys want to see more of these types of videos. I actually enjoyed making it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.